Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That is fantastic. It's really fun. My name is Kayinda Osama. I'm your trainer today. My voice is going to be very low. I have a lot of headache. So if I, I get so louder to be paining a lot. Anyway, so now today we are going to be looking at Reiki trading. There is a skill I want to teach you. Some of the simplest skills which can really give you money. Uh, First of all, let's appreciate people who give us signals because they really give us trades which make for us money, even if we don't know market analysis. You get the point. In Royal Q, even if you don't know market analysis, still make you can still make the money. You can still enjoy uh, business. Definitely, still enjoy. You can still make it. That is really fantastic. So now today we are going to be looking at. I'm going to teach you one of the indicators Reiki gave us. Reiki gave us one of the best indicators. This indicator, it's indeed a game changer, whereby it can help many of us make money. It can help you spot trades. Even if you don't have a lot of knowledge about, even if you don't have a lot of knowledge about market analysis and all that stuff, you can always use this strategy, make the money. Who's ready to learn? Who's ready to learn? Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. You know, a few months ago, Roku introduced indicators on its platform. Roku introduced the indicators on its platform, and whereby we are still using them up to date. Uh, every day it keeps updating and giving us a version of the app. And I want to tell you that it's, it's a very beautiful, it's a very beautiful application which can help each and every person make money. Now, let me share my screen. Let me share my screen here. Sometimes people fail to get trade they can make money simply because they don't know some of the things. You know, when you look at our application RareQ, it has a variety of points. In futures, in sports, there are very many points where you can make money. Hmm? Now, recently, RareQ introduced a future whereby we have indicator. Someone yesterday asked me a question, what is this meaning? Why do they always give us risk one? If you read it, you will understand. Drake is saying cryptocurrency trading carries high market risk. Please trade cautiously and assess your risk tolerance. Drake does not guarantee profits, bear responsibility for trading losses. Usually, Roku gives this explain on small coins. Usually that happens. But when you're trading big coins like Bitcoin, most of the times it doesn't bring that exclaim because it's not a very volatile token. Mhm. Okay, let's open any coin here. Example KNC. Uh, Now, before you tap creating a robot, hmm, RayoQ has it can show you a trading view here. A simply by the trading view for RayoQ, not the trading view app, but where you can view the coin you are going to trade from. It's moving. Mhm. The movement of the coin. Not only that, it also gave us the some of the small, some of the most important indicators, like the moving averages, the Bollinger Bands, the volume spread analysis, the MACD, the KDJ, and the RSIs. Mm. So, which one do you want to use? You choose the one you want to use. You choose it. The robot will show you the movement of the coin. You know, in crypto or in what we call financial markets, this is the language. This is the language of the market. The market we are trading in, it is very quiet and very noisy psychologically. Mhm. So the way it speaks, it uses what we call candlestick. Those ones you are seeing in green. Red. Green meaning the market is going. Red meaning the market is down. Green means there is a lot of buyers. Red means there is a lot of sellers. Just like any other market out there. For example, if we are in a business of selling and buying rice, that's a business. As a trader, you must know the trend. What is the current trend? Are there more buyers or more sellers? If there is more sellers of rice currently, what will happen to the prices of the of rice? What will happen? Chorus answer is accepted. What happens if we have a lot of sellers of rice? In case we are in rice business, stage two count. Anyone to tell us the answer? Eh? What do you think happened?
The price will drop.
The prices drop. Price drops. Because man, there is a lot of sellers. Everyone is selling rice. So that means some people are selling at a better price. So that means buyers now have options. You get what I'm saying? You know, when we are still in holidays, the price of maize, the price of kosher and beans is usually average. But the moment school starts, these prices go up. Why? Because there is a lot of buying. In Christmas season, there is a lot of buyers. That's why prices are hiked. Something you bought at the 20,000. This time round in the Christmas festive season, you're going to buy it at the 40,000, double the price, or even quadruple or triple. Why? Because there are many people buying it. If you don't buy, some other person will buy it. So the market we are trading has the same psychology. Has the same psychology. So more buyers, the higher the price. More sellers, the lower the price. You got that? Now, this is the language of the market. Obviously, those who were using this application, for example, in 2022, you remember we didn't have this trading view. So you could just pick any coin, proceed and trade. Huh? But today, the robot has it has indicators and it has indicators and candlesticks where you can track the trade you have. So today I'm going to teach you about what we call the Bollinger Bands on Royal Q. Are you seeing this word BOLL? It's what we call the Bollinger Bands. The Bollinger Bands. Some people they're like, what is this? Eh? Look in the chat box. Uh, that is the spelling. That is the spelling of the indicator we are going to study today. The Bollinger Band. What is indicator meaning? What do they mean? Right? What do they do? What do they indicate? Remember, indicators in trading, they do the same job as indicators on our cars. Hey, if I'm driving and I indicate that turning to the left hand, so that means um, someone in front and someone behind, they could be notified in advance. Same thing with the job of the indicators in trading. An indicator is simply showing you where the market is heading. Is it going down for sellers, or it's going up for buyers? Are we together? Ah, so let's start the Bollinger Band. The Bollinger Band has three bands. Okay? Has three. It has three bands. Let's use their colors. The first one is yellow in color. The second one is pink in color. It is pink. So I want to use the same colors. We are saying, huh? The last one is purple in color. Okay, the last one is purple in color. Now, these are what we call the Bollinger bands. These are what we call the Bollinger bands. Now, what do these bands do in trading? This one acts as resistance. Okay. Now, in these bands, they do this job. They work as resistance and support. Resistance and support. Now, if we are trading and the market hits any line, it can work as listed below. It can be a resistance, either it can be a support. Supporting what? Someone is asking themselves, what is it supporting and resisting? It is supporting or resisting the market. What is the market? The market, these are buyers and sellers. We were treated the market. Akatale kabeeramu abantu babiri. In the market, there are two people. We have buyers and we have sellers. You get the point? So these buyers you are saying, it can either support the market or resist the market. Are we together? Are we together? Now, this is what's up. Let's assume we are having an uptrend of the market. The market hit the middle band. Middle band is here peak. Now, the middle band will show us whether it is a resistance or support. Let's assume when the market reaches there, it is a resistance and then starts to come down. When it hits the lower band becomes a support and then the market eventually go up. Now this time round, it passes the middle band up to the higher band. Eh? Up to the higher band. Now, When the market hits the higher band, the highest band, it can either be a support or resistance. But usually the higher bands, there is a resistance. Then the market comes back and hits the middle band. Usually when it hits the middle band can decide either to be a support or a resistance. Are we learning something? This is what happens in the market. So when you are looking, maybe there are no signals given in the group. You can trade on your own and simply follow this indicator calling the Bollinger Band. How? When the market is moving in any trend and there is a band to hit somewhere, okay? Usually, the best bands you should be keen on is this band, the higher band, and the lower band. This band is tricky, the middle band. How? The middle band, you may not know whether it's going to become a support or resistance, but stop for the times. The lowest band, the purple one, is always a support. Kind of become the eh? And it hits this band most of the times. The market is supported and it bounces back. We are going to go in the market, in the real market, and we see this. So the market usually is supported and it bounces back. That's what we want to do future. Here you buy market. Okay? Here you buy the market. Here you sell the market. Here you sell the market. Are we together? Now let's go to the real trading. Look at this coin. It's called ANC. We are in 1 day candles. Obviously, I think some weeks back, like 3 weeks back, this coin moved from the middle band up to the higher band, and it even passed through it. Yet it moved. Band affect the upper band. The market went from the middle band, it pierced the higher band, it went more further up. However, the market started to come down. Watch it. Usually the upper band is a resistance. Say, it is not easy for a coin to survive above this band. You get what I'm saying? Someone is asking why is it that in the lower band it can start expanding? It expands because of the volume. Look at the volume. I think they have ever told you about volumes in market analysis. The volume is the amount of money people are injecting in that trade. When you look at those candles, they don't have the same size. Some candles are big, others are small. Why? Because of the volume of money in transactions. That green band, when you tap on it, it will give us details that on trade-off this month, there was a volume of $216 million in a trade. Ku lunaku olwo abantu bakosa miliyoni 216 to trade this KNC coin. The previous day, the market went down, but still there was more money, $52 million volume in the trade. But let's look at one of the smallest candles, this one, the red one. On that day, there was only $3 million volume in a trade. Are you getting the point? So the bands usually expand because of the volume of trades, of that trade. When you look at this band previously, it was very small, narrow, simply because of the volume of this coin. The volume of money coin here, no. Eh? How much are people injecting in the trade determine the size of the bands? Let's go back to our topic. So you look at that. When the market passed through the upper band, it even went further up. But you know what happened? Usually the upper band is a resistance. Kwakatale lukatuukayo. There are many people who are waiting to sell in that same area. That's why the previous day we saw a very big candle going down. Are we together? And actually, even the following candles, however, the volume was very small, but the market kept dropping. Dropped up to where? Up to the middle band. Are we together? Mute your microphone, Seb. Thank you. So you see that the market came down up to the middle band. When it reached the middle band became a support. Sometimes a middle band can be resistance over support. Let me teach you this in the simple terms. You know, for me, when I'm teaching trading, I want to simplify it as much as possible to make it simple for everyone. I want always to keep trading simple. Look at the market. The market went down, now it started to come down. Now, when it comes down, it found many people waiting to buy in this area. That's why you started seeing green candles. So this is today's candle. It has gone up again on the upper band. But the moment it hit the upper band, you see that they have started resisting it. Because I've told you that usually the upper band, there is a lot of resistance there because many people are waiting to sell in that area. But if I'm going to trade this coin, and let's assume we are on this candle, my target would have been to sell it at this level. And now, many people are doing the same thing all over the world. They are waiting to sell at the upper band, hence leading to resistance area because there's a lot of sellers. That's why you see that whenever the market comes to this level, it's pushed down. Look at this candle. It tried to go up. It even didn't touch the band, the yellow band, and then the market was dropped back. And now it's recovering. Are we learning something? Are we learning something? Now, whenever you want to know the real trend with these bands, go for higher time frames. 1 day, 1 week, 1 day, 4 hours. Why? These higher time frames will show you the real trend of this coin. Let's go to 1 week. In 1 week, this coin is showing that it's bullish. The market is up. Okay? The market is bullish. But very soon it might drop because even on the 1 week candle, the market has already hit the upper band and it sit through. That means it's going to face a lot of sellers. That is the resistance. Where sellers are, there is resistance. Where buyers are, there is some. So if I'm trading this coin, I have to make sure that I'm only safe if I'm shorting it, its futures. When I'm trading spot, I don't bother trading it because I'm knowing that it's going to keep going down, buying margin calls. If it fails, are we learning something? Are we learning something? These are what we call the Bollinger Bands. Now, first check the higher time frame. By the way, whenever you want to look for signals of your own, okay? Whenever you're looking signals for your own, don't rush. Our traders, one of the problems they are facing is they rush so much. And they never see or USDT. They want always to see their USDT in the trade. That's why you have a lot of floating loss. That's why we have a lot of liquidation in futures. People want to see their money always in the market. But first calm down, find out the trend of that coin. Where is the coin heading? When you look at this coin in a very high time frame, very many weeks ago, this coin is really going down. in a sideway. It is struggling to come up, but it keeps getting resisted. It goes down. That is 1 week. Starting from this area, that was 2024 March. You get the point? That was 20. Remember, keep your microphone off, please. The market since last year, March, it was kept on rejected up to date. So that means you are very safe putting this market. Are we together? Uh-huh. Now, after checking one week, come to 1 day. Why do we check 1 week? To know the trend. The trend here is the market might be rejected very soon. Okay? Because it went up so high, it got rejected and came down. Now it's trying again. So that means it might be rejected still up to the middle band. Then you come to 1 day. What is 1 day showing? 1 day is showing either something. 1 day is showing that the market has hit the upper band. Remember, we said that whenever the market hits the upper band, don't long it. Because most of the times it's going to come down, go down. If you're trading futures, don't long. If you're trading sports, avoid this coin. Otherwise, it's going to be just buying margin calls for you. Now we come 4 hours and check. How is it? 4 hours is actually showing it clearly. There is a lot of resistance in that area. Whenever the market keeps going up, it's pushed down. That's why it has dodges there. Okay? Then you come to 1 hour. What is 1 hour showing? There is a consolidation in that area. What is this thing say? Finally, the buyers are very strong, but there is a strong region of sellers. You know, if you want to enjoy trading, I want you to understand that trading is a game between buyers and sellers. It's a war, battle between the allied forces and over the what? I was thinking about it. The evil forces of evil started history here. So you want to tell me all of you guys you studied biology and chemistry? Not really bad. In the World War II, we had
Axis forces.
Axis forces. Thank you so much. We had the Allied and the Axis. That was the war back then. In trading, it's like a war between buyers and sellers. Whoever wins the trend. If sellers win, they take the trend. The trend goes bearish. If buyers win, they take the trend. The trend becomes bullish. Are we learning something? Now, when you check 1 hour, it shows that however candles are keep on trying, but they are failing to pass through the upper band. The market is kept on rejected. So now the market is not deciding, will we keep going up or we might go down? So such a trade, you avoid it till it decides. Total appear. Some people they are good at total appear. They're like, I think it's going. Yeah, they put in long. The market goes down. You are expecting loss just by that. You get the point? Then you come in 15 minutes. I say 15 minutes shows you a clear picture. The market hit the upper band, it will have dropped down. Now it tried again to go up. It is now dropping down. So holding up bands can really help you find trades. Let's look for another point. Mm, mm. Yes, and let's check Omni. Omni coin. We decided that when you want to use the Bollinger Bands, First, find out the trend of the coin you are going to trade. So called coin in a smaller time frame, you may not stand or you may not see the trend. So what we do, we first come to the highest time frame. It's 1 week. What is 1 week story? That shows that coin went down for the previous months. Now it's trying to recover. Trying to recover out. That's 1 week. Then we come on 1 day. 1 day is showing us the same thing. The coin for the past 2 weeks, it was going down. Then it broke. It broke the curse, the bearish curse, with a very sharp candle going up, and it was rejected. So there are very many buyers who fell under the model. They pushed it down. Now it went up still. So that means with this coin, it has a very big force of buy. Then we go to 4 hours. It's 4 hours showing that. In 4 hours, okay, in 4 hours, this coin went up. Now it's coming down to test and see whether buyers are still strong. Where is it going to test from? From the middle band on the 4-hour time frame. So for me, if I'm trading this coin, I short it in futures because it must test the middle band and see whether there is enough energy there. Then it continues with the journey. That's 4 hours. Then 1 hour shows you stick. Now, what these hours are doing, they are simply zooming in the area. You know, some of us, we just look at our skin. But the day you put your skin under a microscope, you realize that you yourself, you are a world. You are a real world somewhere. People are surviving on you. The people I'm talking about are the bacteria and small organs. Yeah? Unava skin yao nojizarawa ni mkwano. Your skin is the food field. Eh? It's a garden, it's a house, it's a world of other living. Eh? So things are surviving on you. They are eating, they are sleeping, they are pooping, they are even reproducing on you. Some of you are even single, but there is a lot of life reproducing on your skin without you notice. Someone is like, I think I should show them to court and get compensated. How come they're doing things on me without my notice? So are we learning something? So look at 1 hour. The market was rejected previously for the past day. Because those are very many hours ago. I think they make 24 hours if we count all those candles. For the past day, this coin was being rejected. It kept going down. Now it wants to kiss the lowest band. You get the point? In 1 hour, then let's go to 15 minutes and see. In 15 minutes, it's showing it already kissed the lower band. So it might get. So since it kissed the lower band, the lowest in a smaller time frame, this trade can give you some money if you long it. Now, when we are trading in a higher time frame, you are finding out a trend because some of these coins which get stuck with us, it's because we didn't realize their trend. It's performing, but the truth is it is going down. Its journey is to go down. If you check the higher time frame, you get the point? If you check the higher time frame, just like we are looking at this coin, that's in a higher time frame. We said that it wants to kiss the middle band, then test up in the higher band and see whether there is enough force to keep buying the trend changes. So sometimes when we check the higher time frames, what are we trying to confirm? We want to confirm the trend of this coin. What coin you know will be number two on a higher time frame, it's bearish. Then you have a short order or a sell order. That's futures. Even if the market has a retracement of longing, a retracement when the market is going up, it will buy all of the margin calls, but you will be very sure it's going to come down still if it happens. When you put a margin calls on an market, it's on coming down. Why? In higher time frame, they showed you that you know what's up for me, I'm going down. However, in a small time frame, it might get retracement. Are we learning something? So the bands are very, very easy to use. When you imagine someone with lowest band, you can trade it and get the 2%, the 3%. When you now get upper band, the highest band, you can short it. Those in futures, you can short that coin and it can always give you the 2%, the 3%, 5%. It depends on the coin and the volume of invested. Are we learning something? I'm seeing some people's message here in the chat box. Someone is saying, but why is it that sometimes in the lower band and started falling down, the candles continue down? Yes, it's very possible. That's why you see the bands can even expand because there is no more volume. Volume when you let that band choke. And even all indicators do that. Look at people who are using stochastic RSI. Your stochastic RSI can indicate to you that the market has reached the oversold level. Oversold. And the market keeps going down. You're like, okay, I thought we are in oversold. Now, why are we going oversold down? Is that how they say it in English? Oversold? Oversold down. Eh? Is that so? People are laughing at my That's it. So when the market keeps going down, that's because of the volume. Or the market keeps going up because of the volume. But if you're looking for that small percentage, and by the way, if you want to enjoy trades, don't take high percentage. Take 1%. In futures, for us, we are taking 1% only. At most 2%. 1%, 2%, 1%, 2%, 3%, 1%. Oh, so you start seeing money coming down very, very good. So with that indicator, I think anyone can pick a trade. Pick a trade. You have little pause, have a big draw. So we have stopped here our training and there's some question about what we are planning. And only the question about why we have started. Please don't ask questions outside the topic. First, if anyone has a question, please you can raise up your hand or you type it in the chat box. Go to the chat box and type in the question or raise up your hand. Then you say the question out. Anyone with a question? Anyone with a question? Anyone with a question? All right, it's moving. Okay. So I'm not seeing any questions, but I hope you are making an effort. Please let's make it like every night at 8 p.m. we're having a features class. Every 12 p.m. is something time we're always having this class, simplified one. So about prayer generally. So please only attend this training. Keep eagerly. How about when it's reaching between bands? So this is very possible. That's what we say. We say that the middle band, usually it's a resistance and support. The middle band, usually it's a resistance and support. It can be the same thing. Usually. You see that the market came when it hit this level, was rejected, then it came down. Check it, that was resistance. But in the second time, the market back through. Just like you see this coin. Look at this coin only. Hmm? Before, look at this level. The market was down, the lower band. The market started to go up. It hit the middle band and it passed it through, wanting to touch the upper band. However, it failed. The market was rejected back to the lower band. So that means the middle band at first worked as the support, then it failed and the market came back down. Then the market eventually went up, but still failed to touch the upper band. The market was rejected. So these lines usually work as support and resistance. They keep doing that too, depending on how many people are in that area doing what. If many are sellers, make a profit. If many are buyers, the market keeps going down. Mm. Didn't say other was in the chat box, I think. Press answer to you there. Yeah. Anyone with a question? Anyone with a question? Question before we close our training. Otherwise, I want to say that thank you so much for attending. I want you to have a good day. Have a good day. Have a great time. Yeah.